Let's try some more Return of the Jedi. Super Return of the Jedi. This time with Leia. Let's get the volume up so it's not so erratic. Let's remember what volume I keep it at. Around 70 seems good for this, maybe? She had really good moves too. Oh, she died so fast. Yeah, she had her whip, had a charged weapon, and she had a spin jump, which is almost as good as the Luke's lightsaber double jump. Leia is force sensitive after all. That is one thing that was not wrong, or not incorrect about the Last Jedi. See, Leia had been working her force powers even in the extended universe. But she was a politician, so she never really had time to delve too deeply. But she did have skill. Obviously, maybe that shouldn't work if Disney decided to, scrap all of that, all of the amazing extended universe in the books, which I still consider to be canon over what the movies have done. Jason and Jaina and Anakin Solo. I was so disappointed by Ben. Kylo Ren. He was such a bad villain. He was just did not fit. He was always pathetic from beginning to end. He was never anyone to be taken seriously. He was like Darth Vader. I mean, he was like Anakin Skywalker if Darth Vader had kept Anakin Skywalker's personality after he had turned into Darth Vader, you know? Darth Vader is actually intimidating and terrifying and calm and collected and just, he knows he can kill you, so he doesn't let his weaknesses show like Kylo Ren did. I know maybe that's supposed to be part of the reason why, part of the plot. Maybe that's part of the twist, who knows, that's part of his character, is that he isn't as good as Darth Vader. But Anakin Skywalker had far more reason to turn out like Kylo Ren than Kylo Ren ever did. But back to Leia being able to use the Force. She was not flying through space, she was pulling the ship toward her, and in effect, pulling herself towards the ship. It makes perfect sense if you've read any material in regards to Star Wars or the Force. Anyone complaining about that aspect is uninformed. This level goes on quite a bit too. The theme stays strong through these Super Star Wars games. Every level is like 10 to 20 minutes longer than it should be. Oh, but there's Jabba. Never mind. This one actually went by pretty quickly because I was blabbing about Last Jedi again. There we go. Excrement. Luke, Han, Chewie, and Leia race to the forest moon on Endor to destroy the shield generator that protects the new Death Star. Fly casual. I don't know. But don't look like you're trying to fly casual. Okay, I totally screwed up that line. Please don't kill me. It's been a long time since I've saturated myself in these movies. I've watched them so many times I tend to fall asleep after a half hour regardless. But when it comes to Return of the Jedi, that middle stretch really is very sleepy, where they stop and have the meeting in the ship, and then Luke goes to see Yoda. It's a beautiful scene, but it's very slow. It really puts me to sleep when I'm watching it. Good old Mode 7 Endor speeder bike fight. Oh yeah. Let's see, I'll pause this until something more interesting comes along. This is pretty fun too, but something worth commenting on. Here's someone, I take care of someone in a funny way by just stomping on his head. Boing, 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 boing. Where is it? It was really funny. I had to rewind it to show you guys. Get out of my way. There we go. Bong, 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 bong. Just smack him on the head. Wicket. I don't know what everybody had a problem with the Ewoks. They were great. They were savage little beasts that were going to eat our heroes. They had giant wooden logs that could squash thin metal contraptions. It made perfect sense. Maybe people didn't like the cutesiness of it. I guess I understand. I was only 3 when this came out. I was obsessed with Ewoks and watching the cartoon back in the day. The Ewoks movies, they were terrible. The only thing I really remember about is some sick girl drinking some sort of nectar from a leaf. It was some sort of medicine, I guess. These levels were great. I loved playing as Wicket. Shooting the arrows, you could jump off of them and make your own platforms. It was fun. I mean, who doesn't love that voice? Who didn't fall in love with that cute little voice? I know they were originally supposed to be Wookiees that were supposed to be conscripted to fly on X-Wings to shoot to fight against the Death Star, but and that they changed it in the last minute. But I still really like the Ewoks. They were always a good part to me. Let's see what Wicket does when he's on his own. Eats a snack. Good old Warwick Davis. The little Ewok horn. Battle horn. More snacks. What else he got? Another horn. Is that it? That's how he looks when he's ducking. He kicks his legs. You don't have to press any buttons, it just does that on his own. Alright, I wonder what else is interesting in this level. That is one thing I love about old school gaming. You don't have to worry about how many arrows you have or how much ammo you have. Pew pew pew, just shoot them all, shoot as much as you can. Unlimited ammo, unlimited clip. No bullshit reload. Just pure fun. Just have fun. That's what video games are for. Some of it's supposed to be realistic, but some of it's supposed to be just unrealistic enough to be fun. That's what makes it a video game, you know? Ah, stormtroopers. Gonna feast on Stormtrooper soup tonight. I just beat the boss and I'm waiting for the scene to end. It was that droid on Jabba's sail barge, or Jabba's palace, that took 3PO and R2. There we go, I just had to reach the end of the screen. I was wondering why the stage wasn't clearing for me. Village B, see? And then they would have another level that would just repeat the same resources. It's like, oh, really? Is that what you're gonna do? You're gonna give me a long level with the same stuff, and then a long level with the same stuff again? That was one of the drawbacks of old school gaming. But I find that also in newer gaming. Not that Baldur's Gate is new, but those types of Champions of Norath and those types of games. I used to have a lot of fun with them, but I find that they just make the levels just too arbitrarily long to enjoy. You need a level to feel satisfying. You need it to be dangerous to be good, dangerous enough to be good, but you don't want all that danger to come from just attrition, from just running out after a long time of just having to deal with so many in a row after a long time. You know what I mean? Nobody likes that. Yeah, that's what I love. You can shoot the tree and just jump as high as you want. Keep going. How high does this tree go? And there's secrets, like it's all... How does anybody make it through the entire map of any of these levels? When they make them so huge like this, I can't play Metroidvania type games anymore unless they specifically are Metroid. I can't wait for Metroid Dread. But I would really love another proper Prime style sequel. The Darth Vader heads give you 3 times the points. I always wonder what the purpose of points were in video games, especially on home consoles when the points would reset to 0 every time you turned it off. So I never bothered worrying about points. But I'm disappointed that in this game, the Darth Vader head doesn't say impressive anymore. In Super Return of the Jedi, every time you got the Darth Vader head, it would be impressive. Any other bosses yet? Okay, let's see, pause again. I keep forgetting to turn the volume back up, you guys, sorry. Why is it tracking all bad suddenly? There we go. Whoa! I don't need it doing that anymore. Hard to tell which volume I can keep it at again. You can definitely hear that laser noise, but you can't hear the cool music. This is the best music. This is one of the best tracks in Return of the Jedi. One of the best tracks in all of Star Wars. Maybe I need to stop and start it again. VCR experience. Whoa! Okay. Let's try this again. It's so hard because I got to keep it high volume when it's when the tracking is bad, and then when the tracking gets better, it bursts into sound, and then the volume's too high. Oops, I pressed eject again. Play should always be on the right, and stop should always be on the left. No, play should always be on the left, and stop should always be on the right. And it looks like it's probably going to do the same thing with the sound. Oh well. I finished that level anyway. This level always seemed like huge. Like that shield generator building is so much bigger than than what the outside let on. But I think that's more in the later stages when I get to play as Leia. Yeah, see, in these types of levels, the lasers bounce, so it's really fun. At some point, the lasers stop bouncing, but then you can get another upgrade and they'll bounce again. But the final upgrade stops bouncing, but it's the strongest one. So I usually stop the upgrades just before the final one. That way I keep the good, fast, bouncy one. It's kind of like the equivalent between the BFG and that lighter gun that used the same ammo. I can't remember what it's called, but it made that, had that, shot those blue stars out. You know the game I'm talking about, Doom. There, that kind of blaster power-up. So now the bouncing stops, but there's still a couple more power-ups after this. Yeah, it's faster, and the other one that I was talking about is faster, and it bounces off the walls better, and it's still strong, but it's not the strongest. But it still works because it shoots so fast. Big bright green shield generator thingies. Just rotating around, seeing what hand does as he's standing there. Reloads a clip. And another clip. You wasted all those batteries. What are you doing, Ken? All your ammo, you're just throwing it away. You're like, I don't know. Now Luke's in the Death Star. I skipped a little bit of a level, but I'm showing it from here because then Luke reaches a boss. And after the boss is another cool Mode 7 level with the Falcon. I always liked the Force powers, but I rarely used them. Well, that wasn't much of a boss, that was just two regular big bads. Shield generators down! It's not numb, it's nunb. It's N-U-N-B, not M-B. Spelling mistake. There we go, a nice Falcon shooting level with interceptors over the Death Star 2. Nowhere near as good as the Walker battle in the Super Empire Strikes Back. That was the best. Being able to take down the walkers with the tow cables. It was just so neat. That's part of when I was playing that and telling my dad about that. He was like, "That's in the movie." I'm like, "Oh, really?" So that's when I decided we had to rent those movies. It was grade 8 spring break. I think I was still 13, but it was 1994. I turned 14 on April 1st. And we rented all 3 Star Wars movies and just watched them, and after that point I'd become obsessed. Strangely enough, that same weekend, my best friend had also rented the Star Wars movies and had become obsessed as well. We came back to school after that spring break, and we're like, "You'll never guess what I got into." Like, "Oh, what? You like Star Wars?" "Yeah, me too. Hey." We would read the books and talk about it all the time. It was great. It was back before Star Wars was... Well, Star Wars was big, but it was after it had been big. Only the obscure dorks really liked it anymore, and it was unpopular, and everyone was like, "Ew, Star Wars, yuck, you're a nerd." Now you're kind of uncool if you don't like Star Wars. That's sad, because the new Star Wars has not been up to par. But neither were the prequels. Alright, further into the Death Star. Oh, the speedy thing is not very good where there are a lot of holes. But it sure helps skip a lot of the level. A lot of these long, excruciatingly long levels. So, again, I will pause this until we get to something interesting, or Darth Vader himself. I liked damaging all the fences and putting out all the lights. It was funny to me. Gotta damage the floor too, but you gotta hit the double jump right before you hit the floor, so you do the spin so that your lightsaber is down in the floor when you start the jump. Just the fun little things, little games you make inside a game when you're bored and have nothing else to do and there's no real internet yet. I don't think there was internet yet when I was playing this. We didn't have it anyway. It existed in the world, but it did not exist as a consumable public thing yet. Yeah, we'll pause here. R2, what are you doing on a Death Star? I'm not sure what I was thinking here. I was just slashing at R2. No reason. Woo! There goes the volume. I was about to say he acts as your halfway point marker in these games. Emperor's Guard. I'm not sure why they didn't make him red. That was an easy boss. Tower entrance, Vader. Oh boy. Let me guess, it's going to be another long, boring level before I get to Vader, right? Only this time you hear the Emperor laughing every 2 seconds. There's the red Imperial Guards. Looking for magic. Force replenishment, not magic. Same thing, but not the same thing. The man, the legend. I had a screensaver of him fighting Ben Kenobi like this. It was amazing. I see. You have trouble worried for sisters. Oh, I have a twin sister. Good, good, and you are indeed powerful. Now finish him and take your father's place at my side. No, I will never turn to the dark side. I am a Jedi like my father before me. So be it. Jedi, if you will not be disturbed, you will be destroyed. Now this is a bitch of a fight. Boss fight. Emperor's Chamber. I had my turbo button on. It's fun playing with the turbo before you enter a level and see what moves you can actually start. Die, die, die! Die, Palpy! Ooh, I better heal myself soon. Get me some force healing power. Use the healing before you pick up the power up, idiot. Ooh, do I actually get him this time? I remember this guy taking a long time one of the first times I fought him. Ooh, maybe I have Game Genie on. Sweet! Whoa, there goes the volume again. Let me look on you with my own eyes. Luke, help me take this mask off. But you'll die. Nothing will stop that now. For once, let me look on you with my own eyes. Now go, my son. Tell your sister you are right about me. You are right. Why not the sad Darth Vader song? Now this is a bullshit level. Mode 7 at its worst. I think I die in this level so many times. I'm gonna pause this until I actually beat it. Okay, so maybe I didn't die. I know the first time I tried this I died so many times, but I guess by the time I was able to record it, maybe I had the Game Genie on. Look, my shields are full. I must have Game Genie on. Woohoo! Spinny, spinny. You know, these are the final walls before the actual shield generator. Or power reactor. I loved how that thing fell down and crushed everything in the movie. It just looked so cool. Escape quickly before the fire catches up with the Millennium Falcon. And here we go again, on the way out. That's what sucked about this level, is you had to do it all the way in and then all the way out. And you had to make sure you didn't hit anything or slow down at all on the way out, because the fire was really coming up right behind you. It would make you explode if it got too close. I can't remember if it was on his way in or on his way out when it says, ooh, that was too close. When he knocks off the radar dish. Not a scratch. really just tunnels and kind of awkward Mode 7 graphics until you burst out of the Death Star. I'm not sure how much longer this goes, but if I hit fast forward now, I'm gonna miss it. Yeah, it was just so long. Like I said, they made these levels so much longer than they needed to be. Still going, still going. Gotta reach the end soon. Gotta give it to the music composers. They did such an amazing job in capturing the Star Wars music. It got to the point where at first, when I actually got the soundtrack, I was disappointed by the soundtrack from the movie, and I actually preferred the video game versions. Almost out of this tunnel. Spinny, spinny, spinny. I think that marks the end of it. There we go. Yahoo! Lando bursting out of it. Kabooey! No trace at all. That explosion was very unsatisfying. Yay! Fireworks and X-Wings. Just like the movie. I believe I played this game about a year after we did the whole Star Wars spring break weekend thing. Yep, yep. You have destroyed the new Death Star and defeated the Emperor. This day will be remembered for eternity as the day you saved the galaxy from evil. Now, as it was before, the Empire of Peace will reign again. Remember, the Force will be with you. Always. Yeah, that was a fun and frustrating experience. Gotta love the Super Star Wars series. It was just so finely crafted by people who you knew actually loved Star Wars. Wonder how long I let this go on before I start recording another game or put in a Mario Paint. Yep, yep. Yep, yep.